So this is Richard with FoxAirandHeat.com. We've got this setup right here. This is a propane gas furnace that we did a conversion on. There's a new install. There's some orifices in here in the jets that you have to change out to make that change to the propane. And then you have to redo the gas valve. There's some springs that you got to go up in the top of this. It's kind of hard to see right now, but later on in the video you'll see it. We come over here, there's the gas valve, and then in the top here you're going to see there's where the spring goes right there, and you'll change that out and there's a cap, and then we're going to screw it down. And then at the top here, if you look at it, we've got our connection for the manometer. Goes right here at the top, and then it comes around and goes to our manometer. And this manometer is a digital, basically it's a digital pressure test gauge, and we got it set up to read in inches water column, and that's what these gas valves are set for. That's the standard deal. When you set them, that's what the specs call for. And then as we look at this, so here's what we're looking for. With the burners going, static pressure when it's sitting still should be 11 inches to 14 inches. That's what the manufacturer specs. The outlet target temperature with the gas at full flow. If there's a low and a high stage, you need to have it on the high stage. But this actually only has two wires on it, so there's a common wire, and then there's your gas valve that connects and turns it on. So that's only a single stage. So while it's running, we want our target at 10. And if we go back to the beginning of this, you'll see this starts out at 4.66. So I'm going to run you through this. We're going to start playing this, and we're going to do a little voiceover on this. And again, we've already changed the jets out on this. We've changed the spring that's in the valve. We've got our gas line. We're measuring our outlet pressure because the gas comes in from underneath here, goes out the top, and then to the burners. So it's super critical that you do this. It's rare. I've been doing this for 15 years or so. And what's happening is you get these guys that it's all about price. You know, somebody wants to go out and they say, well, how much to put a gas furnace in? Oh, by the way, it's propane. Oh yeah, no problem. We got a propane kit to do that. Hire some subcontractor. They come out here. Good luck if they even know how to change those jets and the spring out, let alone them having this equipment. Most of these contractors that you see, these subcontractors, they're unlicensed. They really don't have the training to do the job right, and all they know how to compete with is, well, the next guy did it for X amount of dollars. Well, hey, I'm hungrier this week. And I don't have any work, so let me just do it cheaper. If you want to spend your money right the first time, hire the right guys to do it. I don't care if these are big companies or little companies. There's plenty of guys out there that really care about what they do and do a good job at it. Those are the guys you want to get a hold of. The problem is, if you go look at Department of Energy Studies or Energy Star, their research, and even university studies, their research shows that 85 to 90% of all systems are installed improperly. So, having said that, that means go call 10 contractors and get a bid to do the job. Take 9 of them, throw them out because they don't know what they're doing. They're not going to do it correctly. 1 out of 10, maybe, hopefully you get 1 out of 10, knows how to do it right, or will do it correctly. It all still depends on, though, what guy are they going to send out here to do the job. If they hire a subcontractor, it could depend on what contractor they're using that day. It could depend on what day of the week it is, because, you know, if it's Friday at, 2-3 o'clock, those guys want to get out. It's beer time. They want to take off and head off and be done for the day. If it's Monday, maybe they partied too much over the weekend and they're having a problem coming in anyways. Wednesday is probably a pretty good day. But again, all those variables come into it. So if you're going to spend your money, make sure you spend it in the right place. So, super important. Propane is one of the most dangerous gases you can deal with. You have a propane furnace, you better make sure that the guys doing it know what they're doing. So let's go into this. This is kind of a setup of why we do it a certain way. I'm going to do a voiceover on this. We're going to hit play on this video. So this is what you're seeing. This is a gas furnace, propane gas furnace. We've already changed the jets out. We've already changed the spring out in the gas valve. This is running right now on the manometer. It's 4.65 inches of water column. That is a special digital gauge. Static pressure when it's not running is supposed to be 11 to 14 inches. And your outlet pressure target is 10 inches. That's with the unit running at full maximum capacity. So it's a single stage gas valve. And that top right there, we're gonna stick, we got an adjustment. We've changed the spring, we're gonna screw that in to raise the pressure. It's working, don't get me wrong, it's working. And as a customer, you wouldn't really probably know the difference. Well, you would, because you're not gonna get the temperature output that you should be getting. And so we're gonna crank this pressure up so it's set up right. And where our target, we're gonna try to get to 10 inches. And these gauges can be a little bit temperamental. They tend to warm up over time, or maybe the air pressure changes a little bit. So we're going to ramp it up to about 10, and I'm actually working this screw in, and it's going to show about 10.1 or so. So we're getting up there. And what we're going to do is I backed it off a little bit. I'm going to come add it back. Now, sometimes you'll get air pressure gas trapped in this line, so I'm just going to pull off real quick, make sure that gauge is zeroed out. We're going to stick it back on. I didn't really vent anything there, so it's not really a big issue. Wouldn't want to do that for very long. And there we go, we're at 10.0. Not going to get much better than that. So having done this job the correct way, this is how you have to do it. It is rare for me to find guys that actually have ever done this or know how to set it correctly. Be very careful who you hire. It makes a difference. The install makes all the difference in the world. We can sell you something that's less expensive, and if you'll spend more money to do the install right, it makes a big difference. We put flexible or new flue pipe on there over here. There's a drip leg here underneath there. It's kind of hard to see, but it was right there. We put a new gas flex line at the bottom here. If you look at that, there's a brand new gas flex line there, and there's a drip leg where that debris, any dirt or water, will settle out in the bottom, and it keeps it from going into the gas valve. If your gas line comes into the top, or somebody's got flex coming in straight in there, plus it has to be hard piped going through the cabinet there. Those are all things that make a big difference. If you don't do that, if you see a guy that's cutting those corners, yeah, he's saving a few bucks, and that's how you're going to get a cheaper install. But just keep in mind, it's hard to see right here too, this valve. We've got a isolation valve. We usually do like a double blowout T. We actually have a valve that we can shut off right there. We can blow inside the coil and get the line clear. And then at that point we can blow and get your line going into the condensate line, going into the house. We can get that clear. A lot of these, we have an adjustable TXV on these where the valve, we can actually adjust it to actually tweak the freon pressure so the unit works at the best efficiency. Most guys don't know how to do that. They don't have the gauges to set it, to do it right. It's difficult for them to do, or they don't have the means to do it. So it's not saying that the guys aren't hard workers. I'm not getting at that. I'm not trying to dog on anybody on any other companies. I've been doing this over 100 hours a week for the past 15 years. Essentially, that's a whole career for most guys. The reason we stay so busy and that we do this and people call us is because they know we're going to get it done right. I train my guys specifically how to do this stuff. We shoot a lot of these videos. We try to keep them where they're up to date on the new technology. They're up to date on what we need to do to get the most efficiency out of these systems. The latest, greatest gimmick, when you look on the internet, you're looking at marketing companies that are selling products. Hey, years ago they advertised cigarettes as being the greatest thing ever. There's a lot of drugs that they sold that, Coke used to have cocaine in it. There's a lot of things that over the years have changed. Even though there's a lot of people that love to smoke, a lot of people that love to drink, some people do recreational drugs. I'm not going to judge on that. Just saying that, your health eventually it will catch up to you. Same thing with the AC unit. You're probably not going to see that's not going to fail right off. Now I say that there's a lot of systems that we do. We get undercut on the job. Somebody uses cheap equipment. They cut all these corners, and what happens? Customer, and they can't get the guys back out there to fix it. So what happens? They end up calling around, or they call us back, and I've actually had customers answer the door and says, she goes, you're going to be upset at me. You're going to be really upset. And I go, why's that? So, well, you've been helping me out for like 5 years, and every time I have a problem, you show up, you're after hours, and this was a holiday weekend call that I went on. Customer says, you're going to be really upset at me. And I go, why is that? Well, I found these guys that put in a system for me, but they didn't do this and this and this, and they won't come back and fix the things, and they won't make it right, and then I didn't pay them this, and they told me this, and the price changed, and they didn't have a license, and they don't have an account with the place, so I went out and bought it myself. Okay? Yeah, so she saved some money up front. Well, stuff didn't work. Stuff's going to fail. Those guys aren't going to be around to service it when she needs it. So when there is a problem after they get done with their half-done job, you're left holding the bag. Okay? 9 out of 10 guys are pretty much going to do something similar to that. One of those guys is actually going to do the job right. You do get what you pay for. So, just keep that in mind. That's not to say we're expensive. We're not. We're the best value out there. And what we've done over the years is we have some budget equipment, that's great. And it's got a good warranty. And it's going to last. We have some higher end stuff. We do a Mana. It's got lifetime warranty. If you do 16 SEER and up, you'll be covered for lifetime. Train, 10, 12 year warranties on some of those systems. And we do the Bosch. We're an ABC Bosch accredited dealer, and we can get you 11-year warranty on that, whereas if you buy that Bosch somewhere else, you only get 10 years. So there is value in doing it right. It's not necessarily more expensive if you do it right up front. It is, the initial price may be more expensive, but in the long run you're going to save more money on electricity, you're going to save more money on warranty work, you're going to save more, or not having warranty work. We save you money down the line. And when you need us, we're there. We're 24/7. We have fully stocked trucks. My goal is when I get out there, I want to fix it while I'm there. I hate going to the parts stores. I hate waiting in line. We live in Dallas, Texas. Anywhere you go, there's a traffic jam. So, most of these AC companies, they don't really care about getting in and out too fast. They either got a commission sales guy that they're sending out to your house, or, they've got a guy that doesn't have any parts on his truck. So how's he gonna fix it when he gets there? So be aware of that when you call these different companies. I have a lot of AC guys that I know. They're a one truck, 2-3 little, 2-3 person operation. There's nothing wrong with that. But their whole philosophy is they drive out there and have a few tools that, you can get at Home Depot or Lowe's to do most of that stuff. Go on YouTube and you can pretty much figure out half the stuff you need to know there. And what they do is they go out, they diagnose the problem, and then they got to go run and get parts because they don't stock anything. We stock that stuff. If you get on, if they call them after hours, a lot of the guys won't even go on after hours because they know they don't have the parts to fix it. And if they do show up, they're going to charge you out the wazoo for that overtime call, and they're going to laugh all the way to the bank because they're going to go, well, I got them on that, and now I got to spend 2-3 hours. There's after opening fees, all that. It's not that they won't come out and do it. Some of the guys just won't. I've had other customers or other guys that I know that they'll say, well, you got to condition your customers not to know. Don't call you after hours because you ain't going to be able to do nothing. Well, that's not how we operate our business. So I figured give you some tips, give you some view of what we really do. That way why you want to hire the right contractors. Some people don't, most homeowners don't understand the complexity of what we're dealing with. Oh, it's just a gas furnace. Yeah, it's a gas furnace, but it runs on propane. Well, what's the difference? Here you go. So I try to give you a little bit of highlight of that, and we really do care about our customers. We do plenty of volunteer work. We donate to good causes. We rescue greyhounds and salukis, and we rescue dogs. We do other stuff. So, I have a life outside of this business, but I do care about. I try to treat all of our customers like their family. So, we'd love to have you as part of our family. It continues to grow, and we continue to get more customers because of that. So if we can help you, let us know. This video ended up being a little bit longer, went into some other stuff, but I'm testing some stuff out to see how this equipment works and trying to get used to it. So this is Richard with FoxAirandHeat.com. Please, put some comments up here somewhere. Leave a comment, like it, subscribe to it if you would. We're trying to build this channel. We're trying to make it where homeowners have something that they can look at and know that they don't want to be getting screwed by a contractor who's not doing their work or not doing the job right. So we'll give you a little bit of information, guys that know what we're doing, let you know what other guys should be doing. That way you know if the guy's legitimate or not. If they can't help you, you're not happy with the guy that you're with, give us a holler. We'd be glad to put you on our schedule. And like I said, we try to treat it like family. And if I get guys that they're not good, they're not conscientious, I hire guys that got 20-something years experience, and every call we go out on, they're shaking their head to go, man, dude, I've never seen anybody do stuff like this. Because they don't. Just because they've been in business a long time doesn't mean that they know what they're doing. So it's Richard with FoxAirandHeat.com. Give us a holler. Check us out on the internet. Let us know if we can help you. Thanks for watching.